Bring it.
Well, there's Shelby. I'll get it. Oh. Yeah, we should go down.
Yeah. We'll work it out. Right? Am I doing what?
It's all good here.
You scared me. What can I do now? That's not good. Right, can I have a motion to come out of executive session? Mike, Matt, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Would you please stand for the pledge to the flag? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, next I need a motion to accept the agenda as submitted for tonight. Mike, Kathy, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. This side of the table. I'll just say. Keep looking here, there's no one over here that can make a motion. All right, item 5, a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting held on August 20th, 2025, and the special meeting on August 26th, 2025 as submitted. Christy, Jackie, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to Board of Education, Section 6, the Sullivan West Standout and Student Recognitions.
I'm going to call Mrs. Buck, our elementary school principal, up first.
Hi, good evening. So, Student of the Month, these are from June, so I wanted to recognize our June Student of the Month as well as our June Student of the Year. So if Cameron McCarthy wanted to come on. Students become Student of the Month are by accumulating copying good cards. So copying good could be helping classmates, showing kindness, being responsible. I know that Cameron, for a fact, is all of these things in just the short time I've seen her in the building. I know she does all of these in class. She's also very kind to classmates, giving with her time when friends in class need help, and she's also always smiling. So for June, she received the most, and so she is our Student of the Month. Things that she very much enjoys. She says that she does love math, so that's her favorite subject, specifically maybe math multiplication. Also, lunch and recess. She very much likes hanging out with her friends, so I don't blame her there. And she also, on the weekend, loves to play soccer. We all know, right? ASO soccer season it is, every Sunday in the fall. And she's looking forward to basketball, and she enjoys swimming and being outside all weekend throughout the spring and summer. She also, her mother and father are here with her, and she has 3 sisters also that she spends time with. When she grows up, she wants to be a teacher, and specifically to work in a classroom with little kids, she said, because she feels that they are adorable. So we could definitely see you doing that. So, and we would be lucky to have you as a teacher. She was able to go to Albany to see the Iowa Hawkeyes play because she admires her parents, but also Caitlin Clark, so the basketball player Caitlin Clark. And she was able to go, it was able to happen, and she had a great time. So our student of the month from June, Cameron McCarthy. Thank you, Cameron. Great job. Keep it up. So student of the year. So with student of the year, what happens is that all of these cut doing good cards are calculated and kept in spreadsheets all year long. And so the recipient of student of the year in June was Matt Irwine. So if he wants to come up. Doing good cards, and actually had the most by a significant number, so we know for a fact that he is a wonderful student, but also a kind classmate, a kind friend, and also, besides all of the other, responsible and respectful. So great job. Matt wants to, on the weekend, spend time with his family on his property. He says about 200 acres, I think it is. That's a lot to explore, so I know that he and his brother go out and do that. Also, he likes to play games with his brother. His favorite subject in school, or his favorite things to do really, football practice. He is a starting wide receiver, so congratulations. And he loves history. It's his favorite subject, and he's very knowledgeable in World War II. So I'm excited because I'm a history person. So when he grows up, he wants to be a pilot, and he plans to get his private license. And so I think that at 16, you can start doing some of that as a co-pilot, or actually flying.
Well, so you can start at any age with a co-pilot. It'll add up, and you have to have 100 hours to be able to go for your license. And at 16, you can buy your own plane and fly.
That's awesome. That is amazing. So keep it up. And who does he admire? He actually likes to talk to the relatives in his family, older family members, not older, but old, relatives in his family, because he enjoys their stories, and that seems to make sense. If you like history, you like to learn from their past, and we're very proud of you, so keep it up. And he's in 7th grade now, so.
Small craft first. Okay, because I have somebody that wants to do an airline in my family, and they had to start off with a passenger small plane and work their way up. And then it goes into the computers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And you should do beautiful with all the lateral, all those weird numbers. That's your directions.
Now I call Mr. Eggleton up.
Oh, do we want to? Yeah.
Congratulations.
Perfect.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you. Great job, man.
Good luck.
Where she is, so she's gonna see.
Yeah. Mr. Eggleton, feel free to adjust that podium for your presentation style.
Students, when I call you up, if you would just come up and stand next to me, actually, just so we can see the screen. And folks, we designed these, Mrs. Buck and I, so we can make sure that we share, of course, any of the interests that the students have. So folks, good luck with aviation. Talk about an expensive sport. That might be the most expensive one we've heard yet, right? So congratulations, of course. So our first student of the month here at the secondary school this year, we have an 8th grader, and we're recognizing Zoe McCarty. Unfortunately, I don't believe Zoe is here tonight for the fact that I think she has an athletic contest. So of course we do run into that with extracurriculars. Did want to share that, oftentimes in September, individuals say, how could you pick a student of the month so quickly with just knowing the students for a couple days? Zoe actually designed our student planner for this year. So one of the things you may have seen that Mrs. Powell had highlighted on our social media the other day was the fact that Zoe, her artistic abilities, she had created that planner for all grades 7 through 12. So a couple teachers, they stated that Zoe is incredibly organized, not only with her physical belongings like her binder, her agenda book, but also in the way that she plans her time and she tries to stay on top of her things like her academics. Another teacher stated Zoe is an outstanding student. She is always working hard, completing assigned work, and making math look easy. She assists others when needed and always has a great, calm, and easygoing personality. Zoe did share with us that her favorite book this year is We Were by Amelia Hart. Her favorite Sullivan West employee is Mrs. Peters, who is usually pretty organized. That makes sense, of course, for Zoe. Her favorite TV show, I believe we've had this in the middle school in the past, is Supernatural. And one of the extracurriculars that she enjoys completing is piano. She likes to play her piano. Favorite thing about Sullivan West is school spirit. I thought that was an excellent choice. And she stated that her favorite activities here are talking with her friends and reading on the side. In the future, within her career, she hopes to either become an accountant or an author. So congratulations to Zoe. Additionally, our high school student that we'd like to recognize, I would like to call up Nicholas Di Chiara. How was that, Matt? Okay? All right, Nicholas, come on up. So if you've ever been in the main office at the secondary school in the morning, typically we say that the secretaries run the show, but for the past 2 years, as soon as the clock hits about 7:32, Nicholas runs the show in the main office. He is fantastic. He lights up the room. We have some teacher testimony. Nicholas is our 11th grade student of the month this year. Teacher stated that Nicholas is one of the most caring and kind young men that they know. He is always ready to help and give a hand. Teachers love his enthusiasm as well as his classmates. His smile makes the room light up. Nicholas has made so many friends and his peers are happy to see them when he greets them with, "Good morning, how are you?" An additional teacher stated that Nicholas is very helpful and a very funny young man. He brightens up the classes and makes it fun coming to school each day. Nicholas enjoys his responsibility at school and takes his academics seriously. He is very pleasant and has developed many friendships in our high school since the beginning of last year. Nicholas shared with us that he enjoys hanging out with his peers and his friends.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, and then one final award we have tonight, really just a celebration and just a recognition. If I could call up the individuals from the Delaware Valley Youth Center tonight, as well as Miss Jenna Love and any students that had a hand in working on the mural over the summer. Gentlemen, we have Mrs. Patty Norden, who looks very familiar to most of us last year. Mrs. Carolyn Simon, and of course, Miss Jenna Love, who was our fantastic art educator here at the secondary school. So one of the things that we wanted to highlight was the fact that Miss Love, with some volunteers, and of course, volunteer students here from Sullivan West, took on this incredible mural that many of you have probably seen down in Calhoun on the Youth Center building, where we just had on the additional slide, over 100 hours they had put into this, giving back to the local community. One of our goals this year is highlighting work within the community. So, Ms. Love, could you share a couple of the names of the students that joined you?
Macy Brown, she was a graduate from last year. She currently goes to SUNY Purchase now, but she was there every day with me, putting in that 100 hours. Couldn't have gotten done without her. Avery Bear, George Glazel, and Riley Minkler helped with all the text painting. Didn't seem like it was a lot, but like the text was hard. It was so detailed. To like get it so precise and the lines really sharp. So.
Yeah. So very proud of it, of course for the youth center, our local community, and the fact that our teachers and our students worked on it. If you do get a chance, stop and see it. It's got a bunch of different farm images within the mural and deer. So once again, congratulations and thank you for letting us work with you.
Mrs. Love, we're going to ask you to come back up.
Okay.
So, based off of this work and a beautiful letter we had received during the summer from a parent, Mrs. Love is our Sullivan West September standout. In addition to the work on the mural this summer, last school year, Miss Love had 4 of her AP art students, and there was 4 in the class, so every AP art student received a 5 on their AP exam. The AP portfolio exam consists of 2 sections with a total of 20 slides and written responses. AP exams are scored on a scale from 1 to 5. 12% of the 2025 submitted portfolios worldwide received a 5. The district received a letter from a parent sharing what a feat this was, stating, "There are 2 aspects of Jenna Love's gift as a teacher that we would like to draw to your attention. First is the ability to foster personal artistic voices, as was clearly evident last June at the year-end Sullivan West Art Show. One student was an abstract painter of microscopic forms, another was a photographer with exclusionary social themes, another illustrative artist with a manga style, and one a printmaker with a focus on natural forms. It is unusual for a teacher to have a gift to cultivate 4 distinct artists' perspectives to such a high level of creation. Work of each portfolio was better than most work displayed at undergraduate programs we have been touring since March." I thought that was a beautiful sentiment that they shared and a testament to your passion for the arts and education and our students at Sullivan West. So congratulations, Jen. Well deserved.
All right, at this time, with all of our award recipients and their parents and families, if you'd like to go out around the corner, we're going to do pictures with you. And then if you want to come back, we welcome you. But we also know this is a great time for you to make the great escape. So you can get home, before it's completely dark out. So just go over, there's a picture board out there, and we will get your pictures.
It's not allowed. Congratulations. How are you? Good.
Did you get me on? Yeah, you're on.
Thank you. You're
It's not running at all. Yeah, so I don't know what, I just used it today reading at work, like it connected to my work thing, no problem.
It's just
And I'm using it all the time.
during the summer, they'll come
So I said we should take a bit. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Once again.
I have the password. I got put that phones where we should be on. I think for now. When they upgrade everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we have enough with one on JV, one on varsity. I know, that's only nice, that's what she said last year. She's like, I can just I just think you're That's my brother. Usually we divide and conquer. What did you put tape? Is that your Brian? Oh yeah, I'm worried everybody's watching the pizza.
First day retirement than there is.
Maybe I'll make the greatest game.
Alright, try this again.
Yeah, they could see that. Yeah.
I'm in, so what's that? What did you have to type in?
I had this secure phone.
Oh, and it worked?
Your tape. And she was like, I said, Brian doesn't like anybody watching it.
Oh, that's pretty hard. He's gotta know it, right? Yeah. Hey, Dan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you type in the password of his devices.
It's a 0.
It's 0?
We were having this conversation at the table.
Oh. I totally missed that.
Oh, yeah, I'll have to do that next time I get my cell phone. I had it in my laptop today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we can turn them in.
Okay.
Yeah, we have emails. That we have to turn them in, they have to update them.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, that's why I
So I need to leave it here?
Yeah, you have to leave it here. I gave you mine as soon as I came. I won't look at it. Yeah,
Oh,
otherwise we're not gonna be able to get in that one.
Because I've been using it.
No, you can't do it now, because they have to update all of them, I think, by a certain date. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out
You wanna
which
sign
window.
this? Sure.
I don't have to keep emails. I only use it here. And like occasionally, I'll like.
Unless something comes up.
For school thing. So I'm like, you know, when school is on the side of the, yeah, because sometimes this is like.
Yeah, that one is, but aren't there other ones that were done?
No,
but on the actual building, like when we do the race and we put the food along that outside.
To pay for.
I thought those were maybe that's the summer camp. It's not, maybe that's a different.
Yeah.
That is for.
I was a manager at first.
Yeah, she gave them to us. I wrote down the whole last thing. I tried to be prepared.
If I don't sign them, you don't have to pay them. No, it's not to pay them. Try. See, no key telling me what the question was used to.
I don't even pay attention, I just was reading, going, yeah, I like this one, no, I don't like that one. This one really doesn't matter. Next. It seemed like they were slick there, or there were some of them were lengthy. It felt like.
You are. You are. I have Mike here. No, you are.
I'm all ready.
I told you
Look
that.
at that, you're from.
Rose. On facilities.
I heard.
I had to. I'm spread too thin, so if we do a good job, don't have the roles. I just.
Oh, yeah, I think there's.
Not like in the community, I have both policies.
Okay.
But yeah.
Let's stay or I'll have to have you do it every time.
No, I know.
Now that you said that.
All right, we ever do it back? Yeah. All right. This is mine. Can you guys hear me? This doesn't move.
Huh?
Use mine, it's pretty stuck.
It's really stuck.
Oh, it's underneath the
Yeah,
wheel.
we got wireless coming eventually.
All right. I just want it in my ear. All right, here we go. At this time, it's public comments. There should be a sheet over there to sign up if you would like to make a public comment. There's one now, and there's one at the end of the meeting. It's 3 minutes in length. Anyone? All right, moving on to the school board student report, right? What did you say? Sam, you're up.
Great. Hi, everyone. Hope everyone's having a good start to the school year. I think that we have a really good positive atmosphere coming back to school. A lot of people are, adjusting really well to the phone ban. I'd say that, as far as a lot of controversy that was happening, I think that it's not as bad as previously thought. Actually, a lot of people I've spoken to don't mind it as much. So that was actually kind of a shock, how fast that kind of went through. A lot of people are enjoying the capital project. I've heard a lot of good things about the cafeteria. We have yet to see about the library, but I'm sure, it's already looking a lot better. Senior lounge, it's definitely nice, the new furniture, so thank you to the class of 2025. We had a great start with our clubs. We're having a club fair on the 25th. NHS and Student Council already met. I'm not sure if other clubs did, but I've heard that they're getting together. We're having good attendance, and a lot of things are looking forward to doing this year, and a lot of things differently, but better. Sports are off to a great start. Football won 52-6 last week. It was a good game. Soccer, I believe, had a win last night, along with volleyball on a 2-game winning streak. And we had our first class meetings last week. We're getting into homecoming prep, both senior class and student council, which will be on the 18th of October. And Color Wars is running differently this year. We have mixed opinions, but we're gonna see how it's gonna play out. And I've heard things that we're gonna come together and we're gonna really make it work, because we have a feeling it's gonna boost school spirit, but also lay off tension on some faculty members. So I think school year is going off to a good start, and I think I'm excited to see what the rest of the semester is going to look like.
All right, great. Thank you. Any questions, board, Sam? All right, thank you. Moving on to item 4. So this strategic plan community night was held at the elementary school on August 21st, and we had a great turnout of community members, administrators, board members, students, teachers, admin, I think I may have said that. Who was the winner of the time? Who was the fastest? Remember of the presenters?
It was Julie.
Was it Julie?
Yeah,
she started off, she's got,
She started off pretty strong.
Mrs. Dietz was the longest.
Next year we do much better.
But again, we were able to go through things that the community and students and the faculty and the board and the admin wanted to work on for this coming year, and I think we have a pretty good vision in mind for that. We'll reconvene in February, the strategic plan committee, to just see what our progress is on those things and to do some, just to make sure we're, on the right path. That's really all I have on that. Any questions from the board? Moving on to number 5, the Sullivan County School Board Association Core Board meeting September 15th. Mr. Kitson.
Yeah, we met Monday afternoon in the Garden Center. We distributed the updated bylaws, and we recapped the new voting procedures for the people who were in attendance and weren't at the previous meeting. The bills for dues should be going out to member districts sometime mid-October, after the beds numbers are determined. Dr. Russell mentioned that what was on the potential, our number for potential bid might actually be off a little this year, which remind me, that leads me to a question I'm going to have when the enrollment report comes out later.
I was thinking the same thing.
Okay. The current balance is just shy of $9,500 for that board. We discussed plans for the dinner on October 6th. Little change this year, the superintendents are going to read their nomination letters, and the board presidents are going to stand beside them at the podium.
Didn't we always do that?
And
No?
I think he came up for pictures, but it sounds like they're gonna want you to stand there the whole time now.
Moral support.
And hold your hand.
Strong and silent.
Let me your glasses.
Because we're celebrating, you know.
And we're gonna look into potential other options for venues in the future. And today is the deadline to tell Christina if you're going. We discussed some potential topics for future meetings or dinners. A couple things that were suggested. A lot of this didn't necessarily apply to us. A lot of it was how to deal with possible interventions with ICE, angry public speakers. We don't even have happy ones. The portrait of a graduate, you know, and dealing with issues with aid and budgeting were things that people suggested, and if anyone had other ideas, they asked that we let them know. We were going to try to get a lot of the local legislators together for, originally we thought the November meeting at Monticello, but Monticello already had someone scheduled for that, so we discussed possibly adding some kind of holiday mixer in December before the state legislators go back for their session that starts in January. We discussed the emails going directly to the members with the district clerk CC'd. We talked about that in our first meeting. A couple of the clerks pushed back on it. And then we sort of decided we trumped clerks, no offense. So we went back to what we wanted to do. And I asked about filling, we created a secretary position. I asked about filling it, and basically we decided not to because the executive director is pretty much already doing all those things, so it'd be redundant. And the next meeting is the dinner, October.
All right, any questions for Brian? All right, thank you, Brian. Moving on to item 6, the Facilities Need Committee meeting, September 16th. Mr. Elmo.
Oh, we had a great meeting on the 16th. It was Tuesday. Project manager was there, and he outlined and he gave us a whole packet on the budget of the projects and how things are going, and things are in good shape, money-wise and project-wise. We then broke it down to how things are going with the 2 buildings. In the elementary school, Zero Draft is doing a punch list on all the windows, and they're adding things and fixing them up, and one window didn't pass the water test, but supposedly they fixed it. So that's a good thing. It's been almost a year, and hopefully it'll be good to see the windows are done. There's been some painting done over in the elementary school, which is done too, on the dormers, and things are looking pretty sharp. There's a few things to be done in the pre-K rooms and the nurses suite, like getting hardware for the doors and some tiling, but that'll be done. The tiles should be done today, the project manager mentioned, and the hardware and the doors should be done within a week or so. Emergency lighting in the elementary school is going to be complete in a couple weeks. There's a new hot water line going into the kitchen, which is separate from the rest of the building. Let me see what else I have here. Temperature controls are almost complete. Oh, I'm sorry. The big thing is that the hot water heaters are working, which is good. In the high school, there's arrangements to continue work on the cafeteria floor during an extended period of no students, probably around Christmas time. Additional furniture and correct furniture is coming in probably next week. The van room is getting lighting controls and brand new acoustical tiles. The locker rooms are waiting for doors and hardware. The roof should be completed within 2 weeks. And finally, or almost finally, the fire pumps were replaced, and they'll be tested very soon. Building survey is going to be done in November, and Dr. Bressler is leading a group to get grants to improve the Lions Field from Sullivan 180 and expand development outdoor science and ag labs.
Great. Any questions?
A lot went on.
Sounds like a short meeting.
It was good. It was good. That was good.
All right, thank you. Moving on to number 7, the strategic plan 25-26 update. Dr. Bressler.
as you just reported. Overall, the takeaway from the evening was that we are aligning in one direction. Many expressed that the mission, we did a thought exchange and we shared a lot of opinions that we're able to call from that information on our current plan. We're in this is going into year 4 of a plan that was supposed to be 3 to 5 years. And what really came out of this evening is kind of the overall plan. This is the last year of it. It needs to be updated. When we developed it, it was just post-COVID, and a lot has changed here. And so in the spring, we're really going to kick off a complete overhaul, start from scratch again, to get our new ideas up there. But many expressed that the mission provides a fundamental and inclusive guide for working with all students. The shared mission helps us successfully achieve our organizational goals. A lot of the responses that received, participants are there, but then they vote on thought exchange anonymously. So respondents were saying that they felt that the mission, vision, and core values resonate. They inspire the commitment, particularly emphasizing the focus on students, essential to these principles. Many people felt that we are doing great things. We should communicate them to our own stakeholders and prospective employees. We had students report that they have good experience here. Some say they love school, but how can we make that true for all students that are attending? Top thought exchange responses from presentations of the evening. Number 1 was, I love the accomplishments of our sports teams. Number 2 is a lot of incredibly invested people who care about what they do at Sullivan West, creating the best educational experience they can for students. So I think what showed through is we're aligned, we're going forward. However, there are still things we need to look at, and that we really just need to redo the whole plan in the spring. So right now, we decided we're not going to make any current changes to the plan. There were a lot of activities and ideas that we're going to implement that came out of that evening, but the actual plan is just going to stay the same this year, no changes to wording, with the understanding that we're going to completely go out in the spring and see what the next 5 years will bring us. So that is it. There will be no need to re-adopt or to make adopt any changes at the October meeting, which is usually our kind of flow to this.
All right, can I steal this back? Yep. All right, moving on to item 8, the proposed NISBA resolutions and rebuttal. You should have a packet in front of you. It looks like this. When do we have to have our ideas in by?
The rebuttals?
No, not the rebuttals, just like ones we want to support.
Rebuttals tomorrow.
Tomorrow's tomorrow.
5 o'clock tomorrow.
But those will be
The other ones are,
does it say in here?
The other one, the person votes on
Right,
at the meeting,
right,
which is on October 16th.
right. All right.
So our proposed bylaw amendment was actually wrong. But
You
the
also
one,
have a copy of that too.
the one,
It's on page 10.
Amendment 2, which was looking to get rid of the resolutions committee. Me and another board member had a conversation with Brian Fessler from NISBA yesterday about how the bylaw addressing, the proposed amendment addressing the resolutions committee was opined on by the resolutions committee. Which sort of demonstrated our point is that they put their thumb on the scale so that the resolutions that they don't recommend are already sort of seen in a negative light. The catch-22 is that the existing bylaw requires them to address every amendment that's brought to them, so it was kind of a, I don't know. I think it may need to be reworded next year if people are still interested in doing it. And then, number 1, which was ours originally, which we were joined by other schools. Apparently, Locust Valley didn't 100% like the language, so they copied and pasted a good section of ours and then tweaked their own and then submitted it. So there are now 2 proposed bylaw amendment resolutions, and they can't be amended. A proposed amendment to bylaws, once it's submitted, you can't amend it like you can amend a typical resolution. So both of these are now committed to this agenda, kind of saying the same thing. And I said, what if they both get passed? And he said, I don't know. So that should be interesting.
Okay. Stay tuned on that, for sure.
So then also there's a rebuttal here for amendment 1. The one that's redundant with number 3, the notification that member districts of, advocacy, what NISBA has done advocacy-wise periodically. So unfortunately, these amendments take a 2/3 vote to pass, so they're not likely to be successful.
So are there any that you want, whoever our voting delegate is going to be, would like to strongly urge him to advocate for on the recommended or on the non-recommended list?
What's the deadline? Tomorrow.
Tomorrow's for rebuttals.
Yeah. Otherwise, you just tell him by October so he can.
Yeah, I marked up my book, so whoever the delegate is, I'll give you a copy of. But I'm not a board member, but that's just my notes.
Yeah.
If you're interested.
Are there any right now that you want to highlight?
Probably the ones that we submitted, right?
13.
Yes.
13?
Yeah, I have that one too.
15.
15?
Yes.
13,
I have that one too.
Yep. That one too.
15.
We're also part of 14, so I guess we should.
Yeah, I had that one too, 14.
Yeah.
No.
I still have 10.
I can't remember down like we can.
That'd be sweet
That's a long night.
if they did that.
At 26.
Okay.
$29. $32.
$34 has mandated recess.
Oh, I like
Something that
that.
we forget that.
Yeah.
It's part of instructional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah, there was another one that said that too,
Yeah.
that I had, yeah.
34.
It was 14.
Yeah, 14.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you have to go back and forth.
28, since we're on it.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, I had that one.
31, I would vote certainly against that.
That's what I wrote. I don't know, where is it?
Absolutely not.
We like those regions.
I do. You know, it's funny, there was one of those on there last year.
About the region? Yeah.
Well, my issue is more with complying with ESSA. Because it's federal regulation. So you're gonna take away the state regulation and then tie yourself to federal regulation. So
I would agree.
Are we good? All right, so go through it again. If you have any recommendations, when we get done with 10, you're gonna just contact that person. When we get to number 10. All right, moving on to 9. Approve the rebuttal to the NISBA proposed bylaw amendment 1. Whereas the Sullivan West Board of Education supported a proposed amendment to the New York State School Boards Association bylaws, Article 6, Board of Directors, to provide a summary report by email to all members at least once every 2 weeks. This report shall detail any lobbying or advocacy activities undertaken by NISBA in support of official positions previously adopted by the membership, including updates on legislative efforts, meetings with officials, public statements, or other relevant actions since the previous report. This report shall also include suggestions for grassroots advocacy by membership to assist NISBA in its advancement of adopted positions. And whereas proposed bylaw amendment 1 was not recommended by the Resolutions Committee for adoption, and whereas the following excerpt from the Resolutions Committee explanation, quote, in addition, the committees noted that members are welcome to reach out directly to the respective area director if they need additional information or support, and that area directors are elected by their area and part of for that purpose, end quote, seems to indicate a misunderstanding by the committee of the last sentence of the proposed amendment. Therefore, be it resolved that the rationale behind that part of the proposed amendment is that direct grassroots advocacy by local school boards to their particular state representatives is likely to be taken seriously, and NISBA is reaching out for assistance from member boards that are constituents of key legislatures will be a valuable tool in advancing adopted positions. Be it further resolved that the Sullivan West Board of Education approves the Board of President and the NISBA Advocacy Liaison to submit a rebuttal to the NISBA Resolutions Committee, which have that. I need a motion. Katrina, Mike, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Did anyone have any discussion on that? I forgot to ask. Were you good? Sorry about that. All right, moving on to 10. Be it resolved that the Sullivan West Board of Education hereby designates, I'm opening nominations for the voting delegate of the New York State School Board Association annual business meeting to be held on October 16th, 2025. Katrina, who would you like to nominate? Brian?
I'll
Mike?
second.
Second?
Oh, Brian said,
Will you accept?
nomination.
You can, but it's not gonna get you anywhere.
Yeah.
Nobody's second.
All right, all in favor for Brian Kitson? Opposed? Motion carries. So Brian,
Or Brian.
let
Thank
Brian
you,
know
Brian.
if you have any others that
You're
you would
doing
like
it
to recommend or not recommend. I would say at least by October 10th, let him know by.
I want my payment for that double this year.
Yeah.
I'll be with you this year.
Oh, are you the BOCES one? Oh, congratulations.
Good times. Maybe we should watch it together.
All right, item 11, motion to approve the superintendent's request to attend the New York State School Boards Association Conference, October 23 to the 25th, 2025. 2025, little typo there, in New York City. Katrina, Matt, all in favor, opposed, motion carries. Moving on to section 7, administrative reports, Superintendent Dr. Bressler.
I am going to call the principals up to give highlights on how things are going in their building. So we will start with Mrs. Buck.
So the elementary school is already collecting all of the tickets for Caught Being Good, so we have 2 full weeks of that already. So we'll have a student of the month soon for next month. We have STEM scopes training that is going on. We have an integration specialist that's working with grades 4 through 6 to roll out that curriculum alongside the teachers. Meet the Teacher Night on September 10th was packed, so the bleachers were full, and parents the feedback was great. We had community organizations in the cafeteria, and they were willing and met with parents, got signups. So I think they were overall glad that they were invited and able to participate in the Meet the Teacher Night. We have our Latchkey program that's been running with success morning and afternoon. No one was turned away from Latchkey, so that also is great. They have a dedicated staff, so it has been so far amazing. Students are having a great time, so that's good to see. Our typing and digital literacy class that is new is up and running for grades 3 to 6. The 38 computer lab, I guess it was not the computer lab, but it is a computer lab now, looks amazing. The students, I had the opportunity today, I went in first period with the 6th grade and I ran their opening challenge. So every day they have an opening challenge in the typing class. I was able to lead that. The students are amazing. They seem to be having a great time in the class. And also we have pictures going on right now with the help of our PTSO volunteers, and Trout in the Classroom, we are getting started with that, and tanks are being prepared and ready for our Trout in the Classroom. So a lot of exciting things are going on.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Eggleton.
All right, good evening again, everybody. The first highlight actually that I had was the youth center, but I did just want to share that really does pair with one of the goals that we have at the secondary school this year with highlighting student work. So very nice, of course, that those folks came tonight. I was actually able to go to their August board meeting, discuss with their board some other opportunities for our students to go there, do community service. Of course, we know with our economics class that students have a requirement of 15 hours. However, for the civic seal, which we're excited that students got this year, that's 25 hours. So it's a little bit more time, but if we can pair with some local entities and get that accomplished, it's good for everybody. The second highlight was the middle school orientation. We had to push this back a little bit due to construction, but I think it was actually favorable to the district just based on what we saw as far as how many people were here. Not always the best judge of how many people that were here, but we said somewhere between like 350 to 400 were here for that event. And it was nice as well because some of the upperclassmen that came, as far as 8th and 9th graders, they only came to get their schedules and maybe learn about their lockers. They didn't stay for the whole night. So our 7th grade class, of course, spent a little bit of time as far as getting their computers and actually going through their schedules. Last night we also had our Meet the Teacher Night, which was successful, not as highly attended as the orientation, somewhat because of extracurriculars going on as well, which is completely fine. Similar to what Samuel said, the next highlight I have is the internet-enabled device policy. It's been great. It's been great for students and really our staff. I was in multiple classrooms today where I was focused on actually looking to see student engagement. So students in class working together, maybe working toward whatever the lesson was. And it was real, it was happening, so we were very happy. We've heard feedback from other districts that it's very similar. So I think everybody's kind of seeing that it's been a good fit. If you all remember the matrix that Mrs. Buck and I had created for the elementary level and the secondary level, I'll just share with you because I'm sure the question is out there. We've only had a couple students at level 2. So there was none of the fear of students getting right to the last level, not giving up the phone, of course. We haven't experienced that and we sure hope we don't. And then the last highlight we have, of course, is all the new construction projects. Obviously, we're all here tonight in this beautiful facility, the library, this space. We've only heard great feedback. We know we have a couple things that are still being completed, but we're just looking to the fact that it's positive and it's done right. So very happy for the district. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And my only comment was that we had a smooth opening to school. And for, Mr. Parisi worked with transportation to work out the bugs very quickly. And that was all I had from my end.
Moving on to 2, Mr. Parisi, your report.
Good evening, everyone.
Give me a mic back.
The elementary school is completing the iReady diagnostics. This is our curriculum and instruction front, giving us some baseline data for the year. Professional development planning for October 10th Conference Day is nearly finalized. And thank you, Mr. Eggleton, Ms. Buck, and their respective teams for that work. Next week, we officially launch our 25-26 cycle of instructional rounds, administrative council, curriculum instruction lead meetings. These sessions will begin our professional learning, reflection, planning, and unpacking the latest recommendations for Torture to Grad. During the back-to-school conference days, our elementary and secondary science teams met with our instructional coach, Ms. Brockner, who formally introduced STEM Scopes as the new science resource. Ms. Brockner also helped unpack all of the science kits for the elementary school, as this is new for the 4 through 6 teachers. So she had the kids, she was working through the inventory to make sure they have everything, and whatever else they needed, they were going to get because of her coordination with the high school as well. So we thank her for that. Ms. Henke also successfully rostered all the classes so that when the teachers log into STEM Scopes, the classes are all waiting for them, and the kids just log into their computers. So we thank them for all that hard work. That was not easy. We are exploring some high-quality professional development opportunities. Currently, we're looking at some next-gen science standard work to send our science teachers. Mr. Eggleton has been engaged with our social studies teachers and art teachers in supporting them with some further professional development outside of our district. Technology front, we are pleased to announce the Smart Schools Bond Act proposal has been officially approved, and we're going to move forward and replace all of our data closets with the necessary equipment, which will put us on a great path for the next 8 to 10 years. So that was really exciting. Special thank you to Sherry Meyer and Dan DeCipio for their leadership on that. In addition, Mr. Tyler and Mr. Lynn have been zigzagging across the school for supporting our staff and students with all the technology needs, so we're deeply grateful for all their work. Lastly, transportation has stabilized following some first day hiccups, some big hiccups, but we're thankful for our partners at First Student because they were prompt. We met the very next day. We met with everyone, we created plans, and they continue to be ironed out, and we're thankful for their continued remediation and continued collaboration. Also like to highlight Lauren Ritz for her consistent communication with First Student on a daily basis. I think she has them on speed dial and talks to them probably about half a dozen times a day in coordination with me, so thank you for that. That's all we have.
All right, thank you. Moving on to 3, business officials reports. Mrs. Dietz.
Oh, she would have to use Sam's.
It's stuck on your table, use Sam's.
Good evening. Okay, so far we are in the middle of our tax collection period, and so far it's going very well. We've collected about 18% of what's on our warrant so far. We're accepting credit card payments, as you know, and we've received over $100,000 in credit card payments alone, so about $117,000. And we've collected over $1 million in person. So between the credit card, the new credit card platform, and the additional in-person hours, I think that people are pretty happy. Our audit is almost done. Our books are closed. We're in the process of preparing the audited financial statements. The single audit is going to be wrapping up hopefully tomorrow. We'll have auditors in the elementary school tomorrow just to get their hands and their eyes on actual documents and that they need to review. And then we should be done with that. They're auditing the Title I grant this year. Back to tax collection, I just also wanted to mention that we're aware that many people did not receive their bills. We have addressed it. We've gotten our tax collector, Ms. Weston, who's doing a fabulous job. She's gotten between 20 and 30 phone calls a day. She's between her and we've also got some in the business office. So every time we get a phone call, we try to either print the bill and mail it or email it to someone. I think a lot of people, their addresses are not correct, so they have to go to the assessor and update their addresses. But in the meantime, we're trying to do everything we can to expedite the process so they can pay their bill on time. Ms. Weston also has received a stack of return mail that had the wrong addresses. So she has been trying to track down all those taxpayers. She's literally stalking them online, trying to find them, so she can get their bills sent to them timely so they can pay as well. We did have a business officials meeting at BOCES last week where every school in the district is having the same problem. We all use the same third-party vendor for the Sullivan County bills, and it's the only game in town right now. So we have talked about it, about coming up, we've been in touch with the county as well, and we're all in agreement that we need to address it, and we are going to as a group, as a collaborative effort, so. That's about it. So the cafeteria, so far so good in the cafeteria. I've gotten a lot of feedback from staff and students, and everybody seems to be happy so far. We haven't had any hiccups yet. The teriyaki chicken was a hit, and I tried it myself. It was really good. And I'm going to say move over Chipotle because the barbecue chicken bowl was phenomenal, and everybody wants it back, and so we intend to bring it back on the menu. So if you have any concerns,
chicken bowl.
Yeah. Did you like that? Right? That was good. So
What you gotta do, survey the kids.
Yeah.
They'll tell you what they like and
We
don't
have
like.
that planned. We're going to definitely survey the kids after the month of September so that we know, we get their feedback and see what they like the most. But if anybody has any concerns, they can reach me and express whatever concern. Everything's confidential, and I will address anything that comes forward. But so far, so good. So we're really happy about that. That's it.
I just have, and you might not know, is the biggest issue that the bills were not sent or that they're coming back?
There's a lot of them that are coming back. I know people, I've called individual people that I know in the district and asked, did you get your bill? And then people are like, yeah, I got my bill early in September. So I'm not sure if the addresses are not, a lot of the calls we've gotten, people have said, oh, that's not the right address. This is my new address. So we're sending what we can, and then we're telling them they have to contact the assessor to change their address officially. So that's what we've encountered a lot of. But there are some people who just say, I just didn't get it. So we're mailing out whatever we can, or we're emailing it to them, or we're showing them how to go online and they could see it themselves. So, and a lot of those people are just paying it online with a credit card, or they're going in person or whatever. But, we are aware of the problem.
Yeah, I was just wondering if the problem is with the company, or is it just that they have wrong addresses? Like that's,
it's hard to say,
it's a
because
dual fold.
I think it's two issues. I think the addresses might be wrong on some of them, but I do think that, I'm not sure we haven't identified the problem, but since every district in the county is facing the same issue, I'm thinking maybe we have to address it as a group with the vendor that we have.
What I would also wonder if you should check with the assessor's offices directly and see if they saw the same thing in January with their bills, if they had the same level of issue, because it's going to be the same address
You're right.
that both bills are going to.
Right.
So,
And
that's why I'm just wondering if it's the vendor's issue or if it's just a systemic issue that people don't change their addresses.
I think it might be a combination, but I have witnessed that there is an issue with the address changes as well. So I think that a good portion of them. But we are addressing both, and we're telling people you have to contact the assessor's office. So I wanted to keep it short because I had to redeem myself from the last.
Sorry, I had to ask.
Sorry. So much pressure. Any other questions? All right. If you have your laptop, you can see the enrollment report.
I have a question there.
Yeah.
So the County Board Association, would you like to? Dr. Bresser mentioned that what they have listed for us wouldn't be accurate as of this year. But I also noticed that number is our beds number, but it's not the same as what's on our enrollment report.
Right.
So what's the difference between the beds number and what's on our enrollment report?
The beds number is the one day, it's usually like the first something in October, maybe the first Tuesday or something. So it's like that's the snapshot of time.
Right.
And we use that number for like all of our state reporting. And so that's a healthy number to use because everyone tries to make sure that September's too early and the rest can fluctuate. So it's always deemed beds day. It's just, that's the day the state government makes you sit there and
But if you compare the enrollment report against the beds number, It's not the same number.
The beds numbers from last year, since beds hasn't happened yet?
No, I went back to October of last year.
Yes.
So that enrollment report. So I'm just wondering what the difference is.
Because it depends on, I try to work with them to make sure we're pulling the October report that it aligns with the bed's day number as closely as possible. But it's like today, right? And tomorrow I could have a kid come. 2 days from now I could have family move out. So that's what happens. We will aim to do that with October again, use the October 2nd number for the best day. The other thing is sometimes, even though the number is pulled in October, we're allowed to go back and kind of like fix our data from that day. I think all of that data isn't due until really almost January. Okay. So then we have this period of, it shouldn't be off terribly.
But you think it's down a little from last year?
Is right now, our incoming kindergarten is at 58. So to me, that's like a read of we're down a little bit because we know we graduated 70 something in the income. However, it's September. Did we get all of our, was everybody in the system transferring for this and was everything worked out yet? October's a better read of our total enrollment. But to me, that's just like the number one, when I ask for it, I'm like looking right at kindergarten.
Oh.
Other questions on enrollment? No. All right, moving on to section 8, business and finance. We have a consent agenda for items 2 through 9. Any you would like pulled? Yeah, I'll entertain a motion. Jackie, Christie, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to section 9, personnel. I have a proposed consent agenda for personnel items 2 through 13. Are there any you would like pulled?
2.
2? Any others? All right, so the consent agenda will be items 3 through 13. I have a motion. Jackie, Christie, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Going back to item 2. Approve an execution of MOA with the WSUT and Christine Carroll. Be it resolved that the Board of Education authorizes the Superintendent of Schools and the Board President to execute the attached memorandum of agreement by and between the Sullivan West School District and the Western Sullivan United Teachers and School-Related Professionals, Teachers Bargaining Unit, and Christine Carroll to provide transportation to Melissa Williams set forth in the attached MOA. Need a motion? Matt, and second Mike. Discussion?
I don't discuss it, I just want to pull it.
Oh, okay. Any discussion? All right, all in favor? Had to do a roll call. Okay, I'm gonna do a roll call, so it's not everyone raise your hand. Kathy?
No.
Jackie?
No.
Christie? Matt? Mike?
Yes.
Katrina?
No.
Brian?
No.
Do you need me? Mm-hmm. Yes.
That didn't pass.
All right, motion fails. All right. Moving on to section 9, comments from the public. Okay. Board, we'll start with Kathy.
Well, I think everything looks really great. The library looks great. Everything's sounds like it's off to a great start. Sports, all of the things happening in the classrooms. The summer just flew by. It seems like we just sat here in June. So I wish everybody well and congratulations for our first standouts for the year, and we look forward to good things ahead.
All right, thank you. Jackie?
A lot of the same thing. Congratulations to all our standouts and everyone that was involved with that mural. I did get to see it over the summer. It's beautiful. It really looks nice. I'm excited for the students and all their new spaces, so I can't wait for them to be complete for you. And good luck to all the sports teams. Thank you.
I hope to see more projects like the ones at the youth center. I think that was great if we can get our students involved in things in our community and certainly showcase them in a positive way. There's certainly a lot of places that are always looking for volunteers, and I think this is something that everybody gets to see. So I like to see those kinds of things. The school is looking good. I'm not hearing a lot of bad comments about the cell phones, which I think is great. I think that giving kids the credit to follow the rules, I think was good, instead of locking up phones. I think that they're gonna be adults. We need to teach them to be responsible. So I'm glad that they're showing they can be responsible.
Okay. Matt?
Congrats to the standouts. Good luck, athletes. Is that a snore I heard over there? And Mike pointed out to me that you guys are very diligently taking notes. So before we will sign anything, we want to see those notes. What you actually wrote down.
Disappointed. This is too fast of a meeting for them.
They picked a smart meeting.
Take it away, Mike.
Mike?
I think the buildings look great. The contractors and I think the custodians did a great job getting everything ready. And I think it's pretty darn impressive. Congratulations to the standouts and let's have a good school year.
Katrina?
I'm excited about the school year. Heard good things so far. Just looking forward to seeing how we balance new ideas and traditions this year, making sure that we take into consideration the kids' opinions.
So I meant to say this earlier and I forgot about it, but I think you deserve an attaboy for a little bit of the culture on first student seems to have shifted a little. The fact that kids got dropped off really late and got apologies from first student, I can tell you in the past, apologies did not happen. Acknowledgements of issues a lot of times didn't happen. So I'm glad to see that that's where we're at. Thank you.
All right, just a couple of things. Please let Christina know tonight before you leave if you're going to the BOCES, not the BOCES, the Suffolk County School Board Association dinner on October 6th. She's got to send that RSVP in tomorrow, so you have to let her know tonight if you're gonna go. If you've already let her know, you're good. If you have your laptop with you, you need to leave that with Christina tonight so it can be updated, if you have it with you, all right? And just a couple meeting announcements. Facilities Needs is meeting October 2nd. Sullivan County School Board's dinner is October 6th at the Villa Roma. Policy Committee meeting is October 7th. And our next Board of Ed meeting is October 14th, and that will be here. And I love this new space. It's really awesome. I hope the students love it as well. And have a great school year. All right. And a motion to adjourn. Christy, Kathy, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
You guys want to sign your stuff?
I think it helps because
What's that?
her
Oh my God.
Look at my signature.